Guys, we are back bright and early. Another gloomy day. I thought April was supposed to be the showers and May were the flowers, but we just got a gloomy, cold May. I mean, it's almost Memorial Day and it's 56 and rainy. I mean, what's the point of getting your body ready to go to the pool if you can't even go to the pool? It's too cold. That's why we're powerlifters. And we look like shit. Not actually. Pretty lean right now. Feeling pretty good. Weighed in this morning at 234 point something. Should probably up the cals a little bit. I definitely felt hungry yesterday. I think with just these longer workouts, been burning just a little bit extra. I don't think I need to adjust anything too crazy in my diet, but I think maybe like add an extra 100 calories, 100 or 2, maybe. Maybe, yeah, we'll see. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll do a video on my diet, a little grocery haul, give you a little behind the scenes. I don't know. But as far as the gym goes today, we've got overhead press as the main mover. We are going up to 200 pounds for the AMRAP set. As far as goals go, I'd like to get 3. I'm confident I can get 2. In an ideal world, we get 4. So that's where we're at. I'll be unhappy if I only get 1. I'll be fine if I just get 2. I'll be pretty happy if I get 3. And 4 would be awesome. So, and then that's followed up by incline, doing the classic 3-5-7, 4-6-8 on the working sets. I gotta imagine that's probably at 205 or 210. I will have to check. Last week was at 200, and we upped our bench working max, so I would guess that would be the jump. We'll see today. Followed by some back and arms hypertrophy work. And let's get out of Dodge. Let's see if we can keep today under 2 hours. I don't know if we can. As far as the body goes, how we're feeling, got a bit of like a crink in the neck from squats yesterday. Just real tight traps, so I'll try to mobilize that this morning. There's a really good one if you just stand sideways to the power rack, to the squat rack, and you just balance the bar on your trap and just kind of roll it out. That can really get in there. Seen those guys, I think it was Donnie Thompson. He's made those like heavy rollers that, you know, somebody else like puts on the back of your leg or whatever, and those things can weigh anywhere from 50 to 100, 200 pounds or something. I've never done that before, but this is kind of the same idea, just a heavy weight, because your body will tense up and try to resist when you're foam rolling. That's why foam rolling you can't necessarily get too much benefit out of, because you can't really break anything up, because your body goes into protection mode, and it's hard to actually harm yourself is what your body interprets it as. So if you use excess weight and your body can't kind of resist that outside stress, then maybe you get a little bit extra benefit from it and really dig in there. So I don't know, used a little bit of a heating pad and got a lacrosse ball up in there last night. Up in where? Up in my shoulder, up in my trap. So hopefully that doesn't affect us today. Legs, not too bad today. Definitely feel fatigued, for sure, but not the sickening soreness that we experienced last week. Again, I'm normally a day 2 kind of guy where the worst of it comes out. So I'll see how we're feeling tomorrow. I'm hoping not bad. But I have decided I'll run back to back. Gotta run this light. I didn't run it. I got through. So I'm gonna run back upper body tomorrow. So then that makes me ready to go for deadlifts with my boy Keegs on Saturday morning. And is it optimal? Probably not. Probably not. But is it what we're gonna do? It is. So that's fine. So feel good. Little beat up, but not too bad. And I will. I'll check in with you guys after and let you know about the reps that we were able to get. And go from there. I mean, just look at this. You get out of the gym and this is what you see. Doesn't make you happy. What are we doing? Well, just finished up, and per usual, we've got some positives and we've got some negatives, but mostly positives, and the rest kind of just adjustments. We let's start with the positives. It'll make more sense anyway. So as we know, we had overhead press. First, we went 160 first warm-up set, 180 second, and then it was to 205 for this week. So 205 for 200 for as many as possible, and we got 4 clean reps, I believe. I did get a video of it. What I will say is a very nice lady who is always there grinding in the morning. I mean, she gets after it. She's doing HIIT stuff. She's got the those like carpet mover pads for like her feet and push-ups. She gets real creative. She's doing great stuff. I tried to set up my phone on one of the racks behind the rack I was on doing the presses, and it was a stand for the fixed barbells, the ones that go from like 10 up to like 110. And I took off the top little one that was like 20 pounds and just put it up there and was recording. And she was moving over there and being very nice. She saw the weight on the floor and she was going to re-rack it. And then she sees the phone and then she looks at me and you can just tell she's like, oh shit. And she came up afterwards. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't see it. And I was like, lady, it is not a big deal. I don't really care that much. Can I speak for my loyal subscribers that just need to see this film and this training footage? I can't speak for them, but for me, lady, it's not a big deal. And for the most part, you see everything.
All right, so the overhead setup, you see me grabbing the bar. I normally go about pinky on the ring, then I'm shrugging up and down, really tucking in those lats to provide a solid foundation to push from. Same with the legs. You're not using any leg drive, but you do want them set and strong so you have that solid base to push from.
And if that story right there is the negative of the day, then it's not that negative a day, honestly. But, so that was that. And then it went from 200 to 190, 180, 170, 160. All of those were for 3. Actually, no, the 160 was for 5. And then 145, 5. And then 135 for an AMRAP. I pumped out 10 of them Jones. So pretty good. I mean, overhead is moving well. 4 reps with a heavier weight this week. I ain't mad about it. So that was good stuff. And then, so this is where I was starting to get a little frustrated. And again, not really a negative of the day, but you know, it's YouTube. You got to clickbait. You got to make shit exaggerated and all that jazz. But no, I just went over and it was incline bench, and there is only one incline in the entire gym, both powerlifting and bodybuilding side, which I do find a little curious, but it is what it is. It was taken, and there's some alternatives, but you know, being only week 2, I really wanted to do true incline. I didn't want to do Smith necessarily or the Panada, and so I was kind of just hanging out, and I was like, well, at least I'll warm up on some of these other machines, and then I'll do my set of 200, 205 working sets on incline once it frees up. It looks like the guy was gonna be done somewhat soon. So I put on the Panada machine, because at the time the Smith machine was taken. And I'm looking ahead, I was like, well, maybe this guy's actually gonna be here for a while. I can't be here for that long. Closest thing, I'll go to Smith. So I stripped the Panada machine, and then I was making my way over to the Smith. And then this guy shuffled over there quicker than me. And I was like, whatever. So I was kind of meandering around, waiting to see what we were looking like. And I was like, you know what? I'll just move on to my accessory work. We'll come back. It's not the end of the day. Literally, no sooner did I move over, and I go over to the back section, because I'm going to start with the pull-ups. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I go over to start on the pull-ups. Every single possible area to do pull-ups taken. It's like, shit, okay. We'll do pull-downs. All the normal pull-down machines and cables taken. So I had to try out some new machine, these mag grip handles, and I'm like, what is this? And so then I sit down, I do one set, and I'm like, well, this doesn't even feel that good. And I peek my head around, homeboy's cleaning up the fucking incline. So I was like, shit, let me not get beat again by some guy running over there. So I go over, and I got it. I secured it. Threw a little bit of a wrench into our plan, but hey, it didn't really mess anything up, and we were able to hop on the incline. So like I said, it was 205 for all the sets. So 205, and it was 3, 5, 7, 4, 6, 8. The 7 and 8s, like last week, were, you know, a bit of a struggle, but nothing too bad. Was able to lock out everyone, so was happy with that. And then I moved back over, and this time, thankfully, the pull down setup was open. I did 150 for 5 by 15, just overhand, straight up, just regular pull downs. And then, and with those, I try to really focus on the stretch, but you know, and then focus on the like contraction. I see a lot of guys that, you know, they're trying to, you know, move it slow on the eccentric, so they get that deep stretch, but then they also move it too slow with the contraction. You do that, you're not going to be able to move any weight, you know. So you got to get a good tempo. You want to explode, let it stretch. 5 by 15 there, and then I moved over to my favorite Nautilus machine, 3 wheels each side, 3 by 12, moved well. With all that going on, I forgot to do pull-ups, and that is what it is, which is fine, because honestly I wanted to kind of nerf a little bit of what today is. I didn't want to absolutely kill myself with the accessory movements, especially going back-to-back upper body days tomorrow. So it honestly works out. And then after the rows, went over to do some side lateral raises. I did them seated this time to try to take out some of the swing, and did 3 by 10 with 35 pounders, and then did my classic seated dumbbell curls. One of these days I'll get a good juicy set of those, because I swear they look great, I promise. Look at that. So yeah, and then that was it. Like I said, I took a couple things out. So I took the upright rows out, I accidentally took out the pull-ups, and I guess it's only 2 things. But because tomorrow we will be back at upper body, that will be the the bench session. Going for 325, as many reps as possible. Might surprise myself again. So heading home, gonna fuel up, and got a lot of stuff to do today. So I need to get home and get to it. And I will see you guys tomorrow, bright and early, getting ready to bench.